Alright, we're back. What the hell were we talking about?
The Tarzan Frozen bullshit.
Oh, yeah, it's just... Oh, yeah, because it's just like... It seems like so desperate to connect the franchises or whatever.
Right?
And it's just like... You know, yes, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, sometimes I add stuff that isn't necessarily part of it, but, like, my justification is, like, okay, like, I add Howard the Duck. Because then it's, like, okay, my rules for adding stuff to the Marvel Cinematic Universe is if it doesn't contradict anything, or, you know, especially if it fits into a time frame not covered by the movies or whatever, then, you know, it's okay. Because, like, Howard the Duck, it's, you know, made in... God damn it, there's already nothing here. Okay.
Oh.
Like, Howard the Duck was made in, like, 1986. At time of recording, there's nothing in the MCU that takes place in the 1980s. So, well, or very little of it. There's, like, part of... Oof. There's, like, part of Ant-Man and the Wasp or whatever, or Ant-Man that... There's, like, a flashback to, like, 1980. Why did you switch directions, you little shithead? Ay. And I keep losing my train of thought because I'm too busy thinking about this and... I'd like some welfare, please. So, yeah, like, if it's set in the 1980s... But I don't add, like, you know, the X-Men movies or whatever, because that, like, hugely contradicts stuff.
And especially since there's, like, some movies that eliminates other aspects of that eliminates movies, too. So you're just like, okay, what's canon and what's not?
I press X and he's like, yeah, off the thing. Yeah, so... Really? Fuck all y'all! I don't remember going over here. This I remember. See, I keep losing my train of thought.
About Ant-Man being in the 1980s.
Okay. So, like... Yeah, if it doesn't contradict anything, or... Boy... It's like, maybe I should wait till I'm on semi-solid ground. Okay, So, yeah, I mean, you can... If there's, like, a time frame that's not covered by whatever, you can add stuff. Like, you know, 1947 to 1995 at this point is, like, fair game.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing between, like, the end of Agent Carter and Captain Marvel, chronologically. At least as it stands right now.
But then also, too, it also includes Howard the Duck in one of the scenes.
Yeah, he's
from,
in the...
like, a post-credit scene for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and he was in the movie of the second one. So it's like, okay, well, what if you want to know where Howard the Duck came from? There's a perfectly adequate movie. It's not an adequate movie. But there's a movie that, you know, explains it.
Accompanies it.
Yeah, so if you want... Basically, like, I like, you know, backstory and whatnot, so, you know, I kind of included in there. The Hulk didn't have, like, a feature-length introduction into the MCU, so, I mean, I do kind of count, or I include the 2003 movie. I mean, yeah, I admit it's not great, but, you know, it serves a purpose. But, you know, I include non-Marvel stuff in there.
Yeah.
I include Indiana Jones on solely on that. There's a reference to Raiders of the Lost Ark in Captain America: The First Avenger, because the Red Skull utters the line, "Well, and the Fuhrer digs for trinkets in the desert."
Yep.
So that's absolutely a reference to Raiders of the Lost Ark. They confirmed it. So I thought to myself, "Wow."
Indiana Jones is in the MCU now.
Yeah, I'm like, they don't mention them in the movies. Actually, they do mention the Ark of the Covenant in Guardians of the Galaxy. But it's just like, you know, that could just mean, like, you know, Indiana Jones wrote his fucking memoirs, and, you know, a kid like Peter Quill could have read those growing up, or, you know, there could have been, you know, the Indiana Jones movies could still exist as, like, a fictionalized account of what happened in that universe. I'm putting way too much thought in. Okay. I have a question for you.
Huh.
Going by my rules of the MCU, you can only choose to include one in the MCU based solely upon both feature the same actor. If you could choose to include only one, what would you choose to include? The entire Indiana Jones franchise or the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? You can only pick one. Because both have Sean Connery as an old man, so you can only pick one. Because I thought about including the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but I'm just like, no, but then he's as an old man there in Indiana Jones, and he shows up multiple times. Well, depending on what medium you include, you have to pick one.
I have to probably say, as much as I love that movie, just because it's a shit movie, I have to say the Indiana Jones series.
Yeah.
Just because I just the canon that, breaking the vase.
Yeah.
Cracking the vase on his son's head. He's like, oh look, it's a fake.
Yeah. See, you notice the crow's like just stupid movie footage. Is this a short level, I think? Because we're already at like 6 minutes. Okay, jeez, get on with it, Rosie O'Donnell. One might say it's already been useful. Okay, so can you really fault me for including like L.A. Noire?
No.
In the night.
Because that's like totally like something like that.
That you would include.
That I would include, but I also like kind of imagine like that's like what Peggy does, but minus getting her Schützengruben on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, Sousa might be part German. I don't know. But basically, I use my justification for including L.A. Noire is I really like the show Agent Carter, and I love that time period. And it's just like I would like to see more of it. Plus, the second season of Agent Carter does actually take place in
L.A.
Yeah, in 1947, when L.A. Noire takes place.
So there's a Phelps and Rusty driving around in L.A. when Sousa and Peggy. Yeah. So, in my line of thinking, Cole Phelps and Rusty Galloway exist in the Marvel universe. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm a very stubborn man when it comes to things like that, and I don't think you take any issue with that. No.
No, I like the idea that Rusty exists in the same world that the Avengers do. Or will eventually. I mean, as far as I know, none of the actors have appeared in anything major in, the MCU.
Yeah.
Unless, Cole, the actor who played Cole in, one of the upcoming movies. And even then, they're, whatever. But, you could include... The way I see it, you can include that stuff, as long as it doesn't conflict with anything. They haven't done anything with Blade yet, so I include the Blade trilogy. But I'll remove it if they, decide to start from scratch with Blade. I did that with The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
I included those movies in because until they had the whole thing with Tom Holland and all that, and Civil War. Okay, that was a terrible decision.
I mean, at least you have a checkpoint, so you didn't have to start at the beginning of the level.
This is true. Oh, Jesus. I remember being better at this game.
But remember, this was also a PC game, too, that you were playing.
Yeah, but I've played this on the PlayStation before. I bought it, years ago, because I missed playing it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, they made it for PlayStation. Jump on Newman the Elephant there.
I thought it was Norman, or Orman, or...
No, it was Newman, because it's Wayne Knight.
Oh.
That's That's what I called him. Yeah, he voices the adult Tantor.
Oh, I know he voiced the adult Tantor.
I thought you watched Seinfeld.
Yes.
It's just been a while. I've been busy watching Friends again for the 80th time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, even I've been wanting to rewatch. I'm just like, I have like 50 other things to watch, but I guess I can watch Friends again. And he watched Friends again! Oof.
At least this time when you die, you start over here, not...
Yes, I'm very thankful for
not
that.
Not platforming on rocks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip over... I guess you don't even really have to attack any of these creatures.
Oh,
jeez. Whatever, I just want to get to the end of the level at this point. Ooh. You know, monkey. I still feel bad about doing that.
Right?
Those poor monkeys slashing their asshole with a knife. Stupid bird. There, Tarzan just predicted Moana 20 years in the future. By yelling, hey, hey!
Right?
Okay, dumb question. Would you include any of the live-action Disney remakes in the MCU? That's like, because you can put in anything you want as long as it doesn't conflict with anything. You don't have to choose all of them. You can just pick and choose. Because it's not like these live-action movies are like a shared universe. I mean, you're not going to see Maleficent show up at the end of Aladdin or whatever. It's like, I'd like to talk to you about the Princess Initiative. Although I kind of fucking want to see that now.
Right?
Oh god. I'm supposed to be higher up.
Why don't you use Tantor?
Because he doesn't go all the way to the edge here. Oof. Apparently I can use a rhino. That's... How long is this freaking level? Oh no, crocodiles, I'm having Indiana Jones flashbacks.
And sharks too.
Oh no. I'm just like not even thinking about it. Okay, also, how is Jane's umbrella here if she hasn't even visited Africa yet? I have so many questions.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're not going to answer any of them because the episode's over.